Hello everybody, back for another race. Didn't qualify again. Neither did Max Speed, and he is alien fast. He will demonstrate that in the near future. Have a lot going on in this race, a lot of action, and we're going to cover it all. But lights are out and we are going. Terrible start. As usual for me. Wasn't paying attention. As you probably should in a race. And we're going to try and pay attention to some cars getting loosey-goosey up front here. And we come up the hill in 8th place to Druid's Bend. Just keep it smooth, keep it clean, keep it consistent. If you can keep it consistent, good things can happen for you. And we get a better exit. Take it to this guy. Come up the inside. And not enough room to make a move as he closes the door on us. And oh, Max Speed flies off the track. Let's take another look at that. And looks like there was enough space. Yeah, good hard racing up to the corner here, and he's on the outside. He comes back on the inside, and it looks to me like he just puts a force field on, and Max gets sent into oblivion. And that's too bad. He's a clean racer, and that I'm sure it looked different on his screen, but he gets back into the race, but then he decides, no, it's just not worth it, and he ascends into heaven. And we're back. So we're going to try and gain up into 7th position. There's some squabbling up front, so hopefully that buys us some time, and we can gain a little bit more. I'm trying to see the split there, and and looks like we're gonna make a pass up to 7th for a moment as he pulls the old switcheroo back on us, the outside inside. And that's a place where I can't seem to get grip. I haven't figured that corner out at all. Yep, see me getting squirrely just trying to make the move. I was late on the brakes. I haven't figured that corner out. Or this one for that matter. I get more comfortable as the race goes on, but you can see where I'm losing time. And we're in 7th position. What happened? So somebody disconnected. And we're gonna try and catch up to Nico here for 6th place. And we come up to Clark Curve, up and over, get a decent exit, better than him. As you can see, we're gaining already. Get a little draft and then swing on out for the pass. And he tries to hold the inside line, and I keep the momentum. Give him just enough room. Get real close there. We hold the hammer down, take the curb up into Druid's Bend, and he's on the inside still. We give him space. Pass the wounded car. We stay in 6th. Must have been a lapped car. It starts to get real confusing in this race. Real confusing. We'll get to that chaos later. So while we're trying to attack Nico, Andre behind us, he's attacking us, as you can see on our heli Corsa. So he's going to try and make a pretty good run. I'm going to take my normal line through here, and I didn't see him. I kind of closed the door a little bit on him. Sorry about that, Andre. Let's take another look at that. And he's got a good run on us, and he was going to take that with some heat, and we blocked him. But good recovery. Yeah, watch this. He stabs a brake all that front end just dips down as rear slaps out. But good recovery. Sorry, buddy. So while I try and catch up to Nico here, most of the overlay that you can see on my virtual screen, I'm working with that. I'm adjusting it, making things larger, putting them into the right places. So in the future, you'll be able to see things much more clearly. What place I'm in, what gear I'm in, the, time gap to the car ahead, all that good stuff. When I started sim racing, it was in Gran Turismo 5, and all that was just laid out for you. It was just done, and you didn't even have to think about it. ASSETTO CORSA, you got apps, you got all, then you add the virtual reality in there, and it gets cumbersome. So we get a better exit coming out of Clark curve there. Make the pass, and this is not our best corner, so let's see if we can make it stick, and we don't. We get a little loose in the rear end, and he gets the grip on the inside. And while we were fighting, we get more company, and it looks like we're going to lose 2 positions. Looks like, are we going to be able to hold on to position 6, so we take the inside, come out, and close the door on him. But he's still got some speed on us. He's right there. But we're right there up on Nico. Let's see if we can get a little bit better of an exit. I got the inside, can't close the door on him. He's right there, and it looks like they've both got a better exit on us. As we race up over Hawthorne Hill, let's take a look back to turn 2. This is some great racing. And that's something about RACEU on ASSETTO CORSA. You can get some real good racing. And also some culo payasos. Which we'll take a look at a very special culo payaso coming up in the second half of this race. But everybody seems to give everyone space, and I get mostly clean racing out of RACEU. It's good stuff. I like it a lot. What, $9.99 a month a lot? Not yet. Not yet. As the servers are, you get maybe 4 in a race up to about, the most you'll see is about 20, and average about 8 to 12, But everybody seems to be in good spirits and wants to race hard and race clean. And that's been mostly my experience. You always get someone that wants to bump you off the road, and he gets the position. We're back down in the 7th place. But that was a good, hard fight. We're going to try and take the fight right back to him. I'm going to get a better exit than our friend Nico here. And he seemed hard on the brakes. Get a little loose there. Do some adjustment, and we've got company from behind. Who's this? It's Max Speed. Like an angel from the heavens, he's returned. And he is flying. Like Jesus threw a German lightning bolt our way. And he takes that pass with ease. Some guys that just get all the grip. They get all the grip. Now I think I'm in a fight. So we're gonna fight with Max. Now, he's fast, and we definitely want to get behind him and see what he's doing. But he is a lap down. He went back to the pits, lap down. He gets loose on turn 1, so we take advantage of that on the inside. Hold the inside line, close it. He's quite a polite racer. He gives us all the space. He's taking the outside. He knows he's got a better exit than us. But he hangs out there. He's making me nervous, I'll tell you what. I know he's faster. So he's following us through. I think he recognizes that fighting is just going to slow us down. I think we're fighting for a position, so to me, it's fisticuffs. We're going at it. But I do know he's fairly quick. So through this section, he's got the momentum. He's got the grip. He knows it. He holds it. And he's back up. Let's take another look at that. There's just some parts of Brands Hatch where I cannot seem to hold down the same momentum as some of these leaders. I'm working on it. And I settle in his draft. Maybe I can suck up a little bit when we come up to Sterling's Bend here. And come around the corner, we've got 2 cars off, and that brings us all the way up into 4th place. And I pass Max, and I think I'm in 3rd, and I'm feeling through the roof. Taking a look at that incident, we've got, who do we got? We got Valbenir Vicente da Silva. Alright. And looks like Andre Agassi. Yeah. So those two got into it on that corner and opened the door for us to get up into 4th. And again, I think I'm 3rd place right now. I haven't glanced up to my right. I'm in a fight. Max is taking the position back on a corner, another corner, first corner. Ooh. And here's where the story really begins. Mr. John Bowie. So we're back at the start of the race, and Mr. Bowie and Mr. Philippe, they get into it a little bit here. And I think that just really gets under the skin of Mr. Bowie. And here's another look from Philippe's point of view. And he's kind of saying what I'm thinking is he was paying attention to the inside, and he just went wide. Didn't expect somebody to be on the outside. But we're going to fast forward 5 times speed. And he takes himself out and decides, I'm going to hell. He reemerges from the depths of hell, a demon on the hunt for Mr. Philippe. Philippe from Brazil. And we're gonna speed it up. We're gonna cover his whole race. He's quite the character. Alright, let's see what he's up to now. And a little love tap for moving very slow and in the middle of the racing line, and off the racing line, yeah, he holds it together. It's some impressive driving coming from him. And remind you, this is at 5 times speed, and this is the distance that he's covering. So he's waiting for somebody, but we're not just gonna sit there and watch somebody drive slow. And as I say that, here comes his prime target. And he puts himself right into Philippe. I mean, come on. And Philippe brushes it off, and I'm sure is trying to race, because we're all having a race, not a demolition derby. We'll leave it to the Americans to turn it into Forza. Mr. Bowie takes a trip to the beach here, gets a little bit of air, and then gets back on track. And let's see, takes a couple of lunges. There I go. Well, misses his target, so now he puts the hammer down. No, he's can't catch us, so he'll just drive slowly, and I'm sure he thought about taking a peek at him until he saw the name, but they still get together. And I'm sure that De Silva's line was compromised due to Mr. Buoy's slow driving. He's weaving here on the straight. I kind of wish that RACEU could get more of a penalty system for egregious actions like this. I mean, he's given himself plenty of penalties. He's filled with anger. The rage is seething within him. And he can't keep the car on the track. And he's just chasing his enemies now, I'm thinking, because here he goes, takes a shot at De Silva. For what? Slowing him down? He's a lap down, 2 laps down? I'm not sure at this point. But he's going to keep harassing De Silva. You know, I'm sure De Silva's trying to race. And he takes him out again. You know, I don't know how damaged Mr. Buoy's car is. Who cares? But Mr. De Silva might have damage too. Now what? He's got to go to the pits and he's a lap down? So we're 5 times speed, of course. He's not covering all that much ground because he's waiting. Ugh. These Americans.
We created the missionary position. You're welcome.
Well, he's off again on his own. Great job. Good driving. And what do you really got? What do you have to prove? You're a lap down. If you get that angry, just try and do your best in the race. Incidents might happen ahead of you, but race clean, race hard. Things might happen. You might get stuff done. And speaking of stuff getting done, De Silva comes in with the hit, spins him out. I'm sure frustrates him even more. He's got to be just a mess. But I'm thinking he's thinking about pulling into the pits here. He's contemplating his life. You know, I've ruined so many people's day. I should just pull into the pits, hang my head in shame, sorrow. Nope. Gonna keep going. Because we're gonna try and... What are we gonna try and do? Win this race? I'm just not sure. And then we've got some... What does he have to do with anything? Who was that? That was the leader of the race, Samuel Silva. And good... The leader of the race, he takes the leader of the race out, and then he takes... Was that Philippe or De Silva? I believe that was Philippe. All these orange cars, just... It doesn't matter. They're both Brazilians. Ah, it was Philippe. Okay. And look at this here. This is just... I guess he gets what he wants right here. This is the cream filling. And he just busts that cream filling all over Philippe. It's insanity. But I guess he's not done. He's gonna get up on his ass and keep up on him and try again. After beating him into a little pulp on the straight, he's gonna go for another move. And this all started because of a turn 1 incident, lap 1 in a virtual race. And look at here. Oh, Philippe hard on the brakes, jukes him out. Jukes Mr. Buoy out. But you don't have to pay for the car. You don't have to pay to enter the race. You're not going to win or lose any money. You're going to race again. Just be nice. And if you're angry, just use that anger and go faster. Focus it and go faster. Maybe you can make up some positions. And that was beautiful. He goes for the move. He totally misses and tries to recover and just bottles it left and right. And if we had penalties, that would be a penalty right there, crossing those two lines. But RACEU is not very nice when it comes to, well, they are very nice. They don't give out any penalties. Unlike when you race the bots, they just put it up your butt. Well, that was the story of Mr. John Bowie. And if you weren't paying attention to the bottom right, we're up into third. We made a pass. So I may have just been talking over it. It was very frustrating to watch. I mean, he hit the leader. I can understand. Well, I can't understand. I can't understand it at all. Don't hunt the guy down. I don't want to have to make videos of culo payasos, especially from America, ruining everybody's race. But it's pure entertainment, so thanks. And I don't want to be the guy that has to call somebody out. I don't want to be calling people out. And on top of that, if anybody sees me driving that way, you make this video and you put me on blast. Because I would deserve it. But I'm going to try to have some good races. And RACEU has offered me quite a lot of good races. But I found that guy, and that was amazing. I narrowly avoided him, and I had no idea that was going on during the race. So that was a lot of fun. Thanks for joining me, guys. Let me think of an outro. I'll probably delete this last part of the thing and just go shuck my own dick.